be able to relate them to things you've read in the news or heard in the news. And it's a piece called Asking for It, which women everywhere in the world hear almost on a daily basis, that we are asking for it. Yes, I was asking for it. When I wore that skirt one evening that showed 3 inches of my legs, you could sense that my entire body begged for you to violate it beyond repair. And all you would do was showing some care to the wanton pleas that my lowered eyes made to your masculinity. And before you could realize you were right on top of me, giving me exactly what you deemed fit. And you couldn't have been wrong, because I was asking for it. Yes, I was asking for it when I went to watch a film with a male colleague past 8 o'clock one night, and you were surprised that I would even pretend that I'm not an inviting whore who had already been fucked once and was asking for more. And so you and your gang didn't need to think before ripping to bloody pieces my vagina and my soul. While assuring each other I was nothing more than a hole waiting to be plugged by your cocks and rods and anything that may or may not fit. Because that's what I deserved, because I was asking for it. Yes, I was asking for it that night when I had a little more to drink than I had planned, and I woke up with your hands down my pants, your face a blur, issuing perverted rants, on how you wanted me through the drunken haze, which you later told the judge was merely a passing phase, in an otherwise blemish-free record, which might get marred, and everyone's unsure, if I didn't remember it, will I even be scarred by your compulsion to penetrate me in a roadside ditch? Because there's that possibility that I was asking for it. Yes, I was asking for it in the midst of an agitation led by men for men, who believed they needed reservations not just in jobs but also between my thighs. And you pleaded guilty and got acquitted because the evidence on my body didn't suffice. For who's to say I'm not looking to be raped while driving in the middle of the day, cruising along a highway? But you were simply caught in a mob that swept your senses and made you deaf to my sobs, because no definitely means yes, especially in the midst of a conflict. And either ways, my consent doesn't matter, because I'm always asking for it. Yes, I was asking for it when I moved cities and continents, to get back some confidence that I can walk the streets at night without a traumatic incident, and feel like I'm safe. From hands that would stretch to cup my ass and up my dress, to feel like I'm not just meat for every passerby to take a bite to eat, while talking about the size of my chest. And to tell my parents that they can sleep at night without distress, while I live thousands of miles away, out of their sight, but safer than I'd ever be back at home, which no longer seems to be the haven that I feel I belong to, or which belongs to me. And before my eyes, my entire life will be an endless search to find that space where I'd be able to feel safe and trust that a man's voice calling me from behind won't be another attacker, just like the kind that made me leave my city, my state, my country, my parents' house, and everything that comforts me. Yes, I'm asking for it simply because I exist. And because it's hard for you to see a pair of breasts and the curve of a bottom makes it hard for you to resist. And the animal inside your hollow chest makes you forget in an instant how you would feel if a rabid dog was to chase you. Would you kneel and beg to be forgiven for the fact that you're insignificant in front of his manic rage for your blood and your flesh? Or would you blame yourself for attracting him with the smell of your skin that's simply fresh, food to be devoured by its gashing teeth at your throat, and when the blood would cease to flow in your veins, will you wonder whether it was your fault after all? And the only pertinent question, it would seem, would be asked by the bystanders watching you bleed to death on their TV screens. Did you ask for it? They'll ask. And then finally, at last, you might just understand what I mean when I say, no, I did not ask for it. But I doubt even then whether you'd ever believe me. And by then, it would be too late to believe in what my somber voice has to say. And you'll be replaced by someone else who'll see with your eyes and be just as agile in not taking no for an answer, and push himself onto me with a menacing smile and tell me over and over again, it's no use to fight. While through the rancid stench of his penis forcing himself into my being, I'll know that somewhere he's right. And within me something will die, as I lie comatose and submit, because that's all I can do after asking just so much for it. Thank you.